Hi guys. Well, I wanted to make this video because earlier today I decided to take a little peek at the local animal shelter's website. And I can't even tell you how angry I am at how many animals are there. Today was an adoption day, so the number of animals has changed slightly since I looked earlier. A few dogs were adopted. There's only 4 dogs right now, but the one thing about the dogs that pisses me off is that one of them is an elderly Shih Tzu. She looks exactly like my Bella. She just needs a bit of a haircut, but she looks exactly like Bella, black and white. And she's 12 years old. It makes me want to wring somebody's neck. Who gave up their 12-year-old Shih Tzu to the shelter? Who did that? Because that makes me very, very angry. Now, I know that there's always a circumstance that keeps people from being able to keep their pets, like they lost their home, or they had no choice but to move to a place where they couldn't bring their animal. But I keep thinking there's got to be somebody out there who would have taken that animal in. She is now sitting in the animal shelter, probably scared out of her mind, 12 years old. I want to get her so badly. But anyway, they did adopt out a few dogs today, like 3 or 4 dogs, because I remember seeing some pictures of dogs when I looked earlier, and they're no longer there. So some were adopted. There are 18 cats, you guys. 18 cats. Mind blown. I don't understand people. 18 cats. 3 of them are seniors. And I do know that there are a lot of people who, they love the young animals, but they'll give them up when they're elderly, because elderly animals require a little bit more care. But that's what you got to take into consideration before you get an animal, that eventually it's going to get older and it's going to require that care. So 18 cats right now. Like I just visited the site again just to get accurate numbers. Adoption is closed for the day. They don't do adoptions again until Tuesday. There are 18 cats, 4 dogs, 36 small animals, you guys. 36 small animals. I can't even tell you. Like, if I look up, give me a second. Okay, I just wanted to pull up what I wrote down. There are 3 rabbits, which, to me, that's good. I would have expected more rabbits since Easter went by, because rabbits are always purchased around Easter and then given up because they can't care for them. But maybe it's too close to Easter yet. They're not fed up with rabbits yet. But back when I was looking for, back when I was looking for a buddy for Augie, I couldn't find guinea pigs anywhere. I wanted to adopt at the shelter, but they had none. So I looked at the pet stores. I didn't want to, but I looked at the pet stores. None of our local pet stores had guinea pigs, because it was around Christmas time and there had been a sale at PetSmart. And we have at least 3 or 4 PetSmarts. None of them had guinea pigs, because right before Christmas they had a 50% off sale. So every guinea pig in town was bought up. My husband said, give it time. They're going to end up in the shelter. Take a wild guess, guys. Right now, how many guinea pigs are sitting in the animal shelter? Not 5. Think higher. Not 10. Think higher. There are 16 guinea pigs. 16 guinea pigs. And that's only because 2 of them were adopted today. Earlier when I looked, there were 18 guinea pigs, you guys. 18 guinea pigs. That to me is so unacceptable. I guarantee you, these are guinea pigs that were purchased during that big guinea pig boom because there was a sale and people are impulse buying. It is easier to impulse buy a small animal because they are less expensive than a dog or a cat. They were impulse bought. People didn't do their research. And now 16 of those guinea pigs are sitting in the animal shelter. 18 of them earlier today. But 2 of them just got adopted up. It pisses me off, you guys. It totally pisses me off. 16 guinea pigs? Are you freaking kidding me? Only 3 rabbits, thank the Lord, but that number will rise since Easter happened. There are 3 cockatiels. 3 cockatiels, you guys. There's 1 rat, and she is only a baby. She's a 9-week-old baby rat. My son wants her. Ian wants her. I remember saying in some video at another point that he decided that he wants to have a rat. He wants her. So if she is there when he comes to visit me, he'll be here Wednesday. If she's still here, and he gets paid Thursday, if she is still there, he's getting her. And he knows that she needs, he's been doing his research. Together we researched safe foods, which there's a wide array of safe foods for rats because they're scavengers. There's a wide array of safe foods. So, I mean, he could feed her scraps off his plate. Although, you know, there has to be a normal diet. But a wide array of things that he can feed her. He knows that there needs to be a minimum cage size. I told him we had a cage here that she could be in temporarily, and he reminded me that the bars can only be 17 millimeters, which is a centimeter. The bars on our cage are 1 inch. They're too big. Too wide apart. It can risk having her head stuck. He told me that. So he's been doing his research. He knows the minimum cage requirement for 2 rats. He knows that she's only 1 rat at this point, but he knows if he gets her, you know, right now a smaller cage is okay because she's a baby, but he knows rats are social. He needs to get another rat eventually, sooner than later, and he knows the minimum size cage requirement for 2 rats. So he's been looking into this. He's already looked up on Amazon the appropriate size cage. The appropriate size cage that he found has a wire bottom. Wire bottoms are not good for rats' feet. Wire cages, great for climbing. Wire bottoms hurt the feet. But we've already discussed, put a solid bottom on there. Rats are very intelligent. They can be litter box trained. I mean, we're looking all into this. This is what people do not do. They do not do research before they get their animal. And then they're like, I did not know I needed to do this. And then they just get rid of them. Small animals are disposable. For that matter, a lot of the time for people, dogs and cats are disposable. But he's looking all into this, you guys. Looking all into this. And I told him, if she is still there when he gets here, if she's gone, she wasn't meant for him. This was not the time to get a rat. But if she's still there, he is getting her, and he's going to be planning for another one so that she has a buddy. He's going to be handling her all the time when she's here. I'll handle her when he's not here because we want to make sure that she's people friendly. She's only 9 weeks old. So, but yeah, 1 rat, and she will be adopted up by us if nobody gets her first. Parakeets. There are 11 parakeets there, you guys. 11 parakeets. My husband said he wants a couple of parakeets, and he would get a couple of parakeets. Hell, he would even get a couple of the cockatiels. But he says we have enough animals. But you guys, this is a sad, sad state. This many small animals in the animal shelter because they're always impulse bought. always impulse bought. And then they're treated as disposable. Can't have them anymore. Or I don't want to deal with cleaning up their cages. I don't want to, you know, whatever. Or I didn't know I had to do this for them. Ship them off. Half the time they never even make it to see a vet. Because people treat them as disposable. If they get sick and die, they get sick and die. They're disposable. They were cheap. It hurts my heart, you guys. Like, I've been so worked up today seeing the number of small animals in that shelter and seeing that elderly Shih Tzu. I mean, it kills me, you guys. It kills me, you guys. I would put up pictures of the animals. I could put up some. I'll show you the rat because that rat might be coming home. Which will totally be my son's responsibility when he's here, and he's going to pay for everything. The only thing I will do for that rat is feed her and take care of her when he's not here. But everything that she needs is going to be paid for by him. So I'll show you that, and I'll show you the picture of the Shih Tzu because that breaks my heart. That poor 12-year-old Shih Tzu should not be sitting in that shelter. It breaks my heart. They don't have pictures of all the guinea pigs. They do have pictures of all the parakeets, but they do not have pictures of all the guinea pigs yet. Chances are they haven't been there for very long. But you guys, it just breaks my heart, and I'm just pleading with all of you, and maybe you can help me spread the word. Do not impulse buy an animal. Do not impulse buy an animal. Do your research first. Make sure you know what care they require. Make sure you know the appropriate size cages. Keep in mind, most cages at the pet store that say they are for a rabbit, for a guinea pig, for a ferret, for a rat, for a hamster, they're not big enough. You need to look elsewhere. They're not big enough. So you have to do your research. There are treats and food at the pet store that are not appropriate. They're unhealthy. You have to do your research. Don't treat them like disposable pets. Exotic vets are more expensive. And please, if you want to get a rabbit, if you want to get a guinea pig, if you want to get a hamster, if you want to get a rat, if you want to get a ferret, a snake, you need to know where there are vets that can take care of these animals. Do not treat them as disposable pets. Do not say, oh, he's not doing well, he's going to die, just leave him there to suffer and die. Take them to the vet. Make sure you know where an exotic vet is. A regular dog and cat vet cannot care for them. You need to find a vet clinic around you somewhere that takes in these animals that are considered exotic. Chances are they're going to be a little bit more expensive. If you cannot afford, and you don't have to take them like you do dogs and cats for shots and, things like that. But if they're under the weather, and as long as you're caring them for them properly and know their regular behavior, you're going to know when they're under the weather. If they're under the weather, take them to the vet. And yes, it's going to cost. But if you love this animal, you're going to do that for this animal. You're not going to just let it suffer at home until it dies because it's disposable. That's not the way it works. If you can't afford possible vet bills, don't get the animal. I mean, I am so upset, you guys, by the number of small animals in this shelter. I'm always upset by the cats and dogs. Yes, I am. I'm always upset by the cats and dogs. Because I don't like when people just ship them off like they're not family. Because to me, they're family. But these small animals are always so misunderstood and so often impulse bought. They're cute and fuzzy. I just want one. No planning ahead of time. They're not cared for properly. And then when someone has enough of them, they're shipped off. As evidence of this, all those guinea pigs were 50% off, got bought up in a swoop. There weren't any in town. None. But now there's 16 sitting in the animal shelter. I guarantee you those 16 guinea pigs were sitting in the pet store back in December. As you can see, I am very passionate about this. Help me spread the word. And just, even you yourselves, it may sound harsh, but please don't do this. Please do not impulse buy. Do your research. Find people who know, who have the knowledge. I will answer any questions that you need to know. Even if I don't know the answer, I will find the answer out for you. You need to do research and have the knowledge of the animal before you get the animal. Do not impulse buy. Animals are living creatures. They are not meant to be an impulse. So, that's my spiel. That's my spiel. It's really upsetting to me, but it is what it is, and I wish it wasn't. I wish it wasn't. So I'm going to end this here, and I'm going to put up some pictures. I'm going to put up a picture of the Shih Tzu. Poor 12-year-old Shih Tzu. Picture of the rat that might be coming home with us for my son. You know, and maybe even some parakeets. Obviously the parakeets are going to be very similar. Different colors, but similar. The cockatiels are going to be similar. But, I definitely want to show you the rat because she's adorable. And the Shih Tzu just breaks my heart. So, just please keep that in mind. Do not impulse buy. Do your research, do your research, do your research first. Plan for it. And help spread the word. Because this is a sad, sad state to see. All these animals that become unwanted because people did not adequately prepare for them. So, I will end this here. Hope everybody has a great day, and I will talk with y'all later.